about enough for today. Time to get you back to bed.
Just a few more minutes, Joe, please. Please.
I gotta go warm your milk. But when I get back...
I promise.
There's Mr. Kessler across the street. And something's happened to your nurse.
Yes, lying on the ground in front of your front window.
I think you better take a look.
Joe?
Price?
Ah. Thank you for being so prompt, Mr. Gunn.
Not at all. Your call sounded urgent, Mr. Price.
I'm just finished. You might look at the headlines.
They've been reading this way for 3 days.
Wonderful woman, Louise Reardon. A client. And a very dear friend. Very dear. How does one understand a woman, Mr. Gunn?
That's a good question.
A woman like that, pure quality. And a man like Scully.
You're saying what, Mr. Price?
I'm saying Louise Reardon's been ill for years. Ill and alone. Scully was her nurse in the sanitarium and continued in that position after her release. As they were close, very close. I tried to warn her against him. Will you join me?
Thanks, anyway. You didn't like Scully.
Like him? But I knew what he was doing. Using a dying woman. Ingratiating himself. Pretending love to an extent where she had written him into her will. No, I didn't like him.
Well, looks like you might have been right.
Might have?
There's something about this that never has added. This Scully finds Miss Reardon in her bedroom, shot. Then he calls the doctor, then the police. Short time later, the gun is found on the ground. It's checked out, found to belong to Scully. They go to arrest him, he makes a break for it, gets away.
And your point?
Why did he call the doctor and the police, then leave the gun so they couldn't miss it?
But he did run.
He ran. In any case, you wanted me to do what?
Not I. Louise Reardon, she's just recovered consciousness and wants to see you.
And you don't approve?
An attorney can only advise. Good night, Mr. Young.
Mr. Price? Reardon?
Didn't know him. He was gentle. He gave me something to live for. Care. Love. He never hurt me. He was gentle. Find him, please. Please.
I'll try. Miss Reardon, there's one thing I'll have to know. Did Scully know that he was in your will?
He knew.
Look, will you let me help you with that thing?
Come on, Peter, it's my leg that's broken, not my arm.
Stalling, Lieutenant? Lieutenant.
All right. I got pills, I got shots, I got medicine, anything in the drug line. I haven't got a crystal ball, Peter.
Stalling.
If you want it straight, you're gonna get it straight. The way Louise Reardon tells the story, it comes out like a lonely woman with a lot of faith.
But in the wrong man, is that it?
That's right. It's hard to buy Scully the way she paints him. It's still his gun. He still disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
And that story about the phone call and the story about the linesman on the telephone pole, that's pretty far out. You know?
No argument. Hope it's the right one. Hello? Yeah, sure, Ed, go ahead. I see. Yeah. Right. Well, thanks for your trouble anyway, Ed.
I'm waiting.
Oh, the telephone company made a full check. There were no linesmen in that area at the time of the shooting.
That's rough, but I guess that's that.
Not quite. One linesman reported a theft. One of those small hook-in phones they use on the wires.
Well, that may tie in, but it may not.
I'll let you know.
Pete, it's short odds.
You just worry about getting well, huh?
Pete, don't... Oh, never mind.
Mother?
Stranger?
That Western talk man?
That's mother talk. Where have you been for 3 days?
Looking.
Still no Joe Scully?
Small needle, big haystack.
Don't you ever get an easy one.
Right.
Excuse me, Pete.
Hi.
Your name's on the tip of my tongue, and don't tell me I'll get it.
Look, I've just been through that.
It began with an F. A G, maybe?
Edie.
It's been lonely without you, Pete.
Well, that goes both ways.
Is she as attractive as her picture?
Very attractive woman.
Woman in love.
That's the way I read it.
I'm with her. About some people's timing.
Go make $1.
Work, work, work.
Well, you want to change places? At least you've got someplace to go.
I like New York in June. How about you? I like a Gershwin tune. How about you?
love of fireside when a storm is due. I like potato chips and moonlight and motor trips. How about
Sean?
Peter, my dear boy.
You need something?
There are no millionaires on the river. You know it well.
Really? Let's have a look.
Holding hands in a movie show when all the lights are low may not be new, but
It is a warm night.
Here. That help?
Will you listen to that singing now? It is a fine voice. Fine.
You selling something?
I am that. And you're a lucky buyer, me boy.
Yeah?
It'll be cheap at 100.
What am I buying?
Man by the name of Scully. Joe Scully. I can give him to you on a plate. You've only got to show me the green, lad.
Delivery first.
Peter, me boy, now would I be lying to you?
As quick as you can breathe. You've got 'em, show me. Then the money.
'Tis a miserable, hard bargain you're driving. All right. Come on.
Nothing in this world will be handed to you on a silver platter. Nothing in this green world wasn't meant to be that way. You want to get, you gotta give. And giving means sacrifice. Are you with me? Pay attention when I talk to you, man. The word first, and the soup. Some would tell you that we are here on this earth for no other reason.
Scully. Hey, Scully, it's only me, man. Sean. It's all right, do you hear? Peter, me dear boy. Are you all right?
Don't tell me you care.
What's an unkind thing to say? I was just on my way up.
Sure. Where's Scully?
Off like a shot. And running like a hare he was. I saw no wisdom in trying to stop him. Now, as to finance, I did deliver the goods.
Answers first. And the truth the first time around. How long had Scully been hiding in there?
Oh, 3, maybe 4 days. I ran errands for him from time to time.
Not so much an errand.
Well, as a religious man said, if you want to get, you got to give.
What did he do, run out of money? Is that why you sold him to me?
Well, it was a sort of capital gains deal, as you might say.
All right, so he ran out of money. Did he try and contact anyone?
He remembers coming back. He sent me to a garage across town. I was to ask for a lady called Gloria, to say that Joe needed money. I went. She hadn't come back. And that was the end of it.
What garage?
Keller's garage it was. On Calvert, east of Pine. Lovely, lovely. Money to make the sad heart sing.
Don?
Fine.
Can I help you?
My name's Gunn.
That's nice. What make of car is it? Where's it located?
Well, it's not a trouble call. At least not that kind.
You're cute, but it's late and I'm tired. What is it you want?
Just a few words with a girl named Gloria.
You just had them.
Would it help if my name were Joe Scully?
What about Joe Scully?
Just trying to locate it.
Here? You thought you'd find him here? That's very funny.
Is it? Well, he was trying to reach you. Wanted money. Now, he must have had some reason for wanting to get it.
That good enough reason, mister? 3 years of being Mrs. Joe Scully. But it seems I lack something. I'm not rich like Louise Reardon. I work, mister. Bookkeeper, clerk, inventory, everything but grease the cars. But Joe likes him rich. Rich and flossy. Do you think I'd lift a finger to help him?
Mrs. Scully.
Good night.
If you hear from him, would you mind giving me a call?
Look, I told you.
Just a telephone call.
Where?
Mother's. It's on the river.
We'll see.
He could be trouble. Ruin the whole deal.
I know.
I can't run anymore. No place to go. No place.
You give up a lot easier than Louise Reardon. She swears you didn't do it. Look, Scully, I want to help you. But you'll have to level with me all the way. Scully.
My wife. My lovely wife with her ideas. She's sick, Joe. She's sick and rich. She has money and she has no one to give it to. Be smart, Joe. Play it cozy and be charming. Like two ghouls. Money hungry and cold-blooded.
You set Louise Reardon up? And?
You don't know? A woman like Louise and you don't know?
I know.
I told my wife I love Louise. Ask her for a divorce. 2 days later, Louise was...
Freeze it.
Why didn't you keep running until they caught you or killed you, Joe? That's the way I wanted it. You still don't understand it, do you, Joe? She was supposed to die, husband. And then when they found your gun, when they burned you for it, the money would still come to me. I'm your wife, Joe. And it'll still turn out that way, husband.
Oh, sorry. You two.
In the truck.
Come on, get in the truck.
Joe. Look, please.
How does it feel? I want to know.
Joe, I'll do anything. Anything.
One thing. You're gonna die.
Drop it, Joe.
No further.
Joe, listen.
You've been holding everything. You say when.
You do that and you're no better than she is. Go ahead, you tell me. How does it add? You finally get out from under, you're gonna throw it all away? Use your head, Joe. Give me the gun, it's over. Finished. You walk out of here clean.
Can I? Then when do I stop remembering? And how?
Yeah. Okay, Davis. He just walked in. It's all right, thanks.
You keep phoning homicide every 2 minutes, you'll never get out of here.
Whatever you say, Doc. You've been busy. Davis just filled me in.
Not all the way. Louise Reardon. She died just a half an hour ago.
Bullet or the illness?
Bullet.
Looks like Gloria Scully won't be far behind her. You go figure, people. They go through all this trouble for a kill. There never was a chance of collecting anyway. That's Section 23, paragraph 1101. A man cannot profit from his own crime.
I know.
Joe Scully winds up with the money anyway.
What money? I just talked to Louise Reardon's lawyer. All those years of being sick, it costs. There wasn't any money to leave.
You said Joe Scully was in the will.
All those pictures she painted, that's what he gets. Wouldn't buy a bus token.
Oh, boy.
Go to sleep.
Pete, were you there when Louise Reardon... You didn't tell her how it really was with Joe Scully, did you?
And ruined the only time I ever saw her smile? You going to sleep?
You gonna get out of here?